Hello, good morning, BBs.
Good morning, BBs. It's too early.
It is, and the camera's a little too zoomed in.
That's okay. That's okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna use my spider powers to zoom it in more.
Oh, God, that's too out. I don't know. It's crooked now.
We're gonna do just fine.
Crooked.
I feel so good about it.
So high.
It's gonna be so good. Oh my God, it's so good.
It's good enough for today. Good morning, BBs. Happy Friday.
Happy
Thank you for
Friday.
joining us. It is too early.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Peter B. Parker, and I am the one and only Spider-Man.
And I'm Gadget from the Rescue Rangers.
Keep your safe search on. Keep your safe search on when you look at Gadget for the Rescue Rangers.
Pop my collar.
Pop your
She
collar.
Pops her collar.
She does pop her collar. She's very
Pop her
cool.
collar.
But we're not the only ones in costume. I would like to introduce you for this very special final Costume Friday to our producer. Tiamat, the Great Red Dragon.
The most stressed little dragon.
Behold!
Oh, guy.
Flip, 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 flip.
He do a fly.
He do a fly. Oh,
He
good
doing it.
morning. It is the last Halloween of Spooky, or it's the last weekend of Spooky Month.
Yes. Yeah. It's the last Friday of October.
Yeah.
And this is the last Costume Friday for October. And we've had a lot of fun doing these. Thank you for showing up and hyping up our costumes every week. Of course, if it's your first time here, stick around. We always look weird.
We always look weird, just in different ways.
It's true. We keep it interesting.
Just in different
But
ways.
we do have news to tell you today.
Yeah, we do
Of course.
have news.
A bunch of big things happened. I will say it's going to be a shorter show today. We're only going to go until 9 a.m. Pacific instead of our regular 9:30, and then I'm going to be running out the door to a shoot. So we're going to get this news out as quickly as we can, and naturally, we got to start with the state of play.
State of play. So Sony finally showed us some footage of Little Devil Inside.
And
Ooh, it's very, very good. We're very excited about it.
I loved so many trailers in this.
There are a lot of good ones.
There were a lot of good trailers in this state of play.
It's that last one there.
Do you want to play it on mine or yours?
I can play it on mine.
Will we get a little audio?
Yeah, we can get a little audio.
Trying to fuck around and get a little bit of audio.
Where's that state of play in here?
You're up. You need to go here.
Oh, up even more.
He's trying to use a trackpad, and he's got on gloves.
But the trackpad is fine. It's just touch screens. I had to sew one fingy. I had to sew a touch sensitive fabric into one fingy.
Incredible.
That's what Peter Parker has to do too.
Still no Dragon Age 4 news? It's true.
But that's okay because we have the very good Little Devil Inside news.
Ah!
Be cool, my babies.
We gotta fix that delay on your computer.
The state of play was masquerading as a spreadsheet.
But
It was in
the
a
state of-
Halloween costume.
That was Sony's spreadsheet, not ours.
Yeah, Sony was showing their spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And they should not do that.
They should be more careful.
So this is 4 minutes of Little Devil Inside footage,
So naturally, we're gonna skip around a bit.
but it's incredibly beautiful. It's even more beautiful than I thought it would be.
So
in all
much
honesty.
more. Like, it looked cute, and now it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that's how I'd describe it. It looked adorable before, and now I'm like, oh, this is a pristine and beautiful game.
Oh yeah, you could tell they were definitely still working on lighting and effects and stuff when they showed us earlier footage, and it's done now, baby.
Some things in this game, a weird like tactile experience for me is things are so smooth.
Yeah,
Things are so smooth, and I don't mean like, oh wow, the gameplay's so smooth. I mean like some of the textures.
Yeah, the world
good and
has like very textile type of textures and like very good sort of like dirty, real textures, and then the characters just have this beautiful, like, almost. They look like they've been modeled out of clay, like stop motion modeled out of clay, but they don't move like it. It all comes together into like a very, very beautiful world.
I love these little monsters. I don't know anything about it. I want to know everything.
Everyone in the live studio audience who's using the spreadsheet emojis, you should be sending those to
Sony.
To Sony, because that wasn't us. We didn't.
That wasn't our spreadsheet.
And it looks like there's so much more to do and so much of a larger breadth of environments than we expected. What are these little Matryoshka doll BBs?
What's going on here?
What's happening? Is that the overworld? I think that's your party in the overworld.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
I'm obsessed.
I am equally obsessed.
These two little characters that sit with you at the campfire, in a very niche reference, it reminds me of Amateur Surgeon.
Yeah.
Those big-headed weird characters.
Yeah, a bit.
That was such an odd game.
We are very excited for Little Devil Inside. It is coming out, I believe, all they're saying is early 2022. But that's okay.
That's okay.
I'll wait till early 2022. We got news of some other stuff. We finally got to see more from We Are OFK.
We love We Are OFK in
Friends
this
of
house.
the show. We Are OFK is, of course, a band, and this is the game about the band making the album.
We reacted to this in the first state of play that it was in a while back, and it's lovely. They did a thing at the Video Game Awards, was it? Where was it that they animated the lead singer in the Black Lives Matter T-shirt?
Yeah, that was
lovely.
at the VGAs.
I think it was Black Trans Lives Matter.
Yeah,
it was the VGAs. Yeah.
I wanna show off this opening because it's such a funny opening.
War sucks. In a world full of war, where war is just doesn't have anything to do with politics, race, or imperialism. Out there, we look to each other and to our arms.
You done?
And you're like, how did they get there? Is this like an alternate reality where arms are just are they robot arms? Our last hope.
That's so good.
Luca, focus.
Okay, sorry, for real. PlayStation promo time.
This looks so good.
It's very cute.
Band and the game about our band.
That's Luca. I got in touch with Luca after the state of play, and I let them know how funny this opening is. But I love that it's just in this weird heightened world where they're a band and they have a magical cat and they're making an album.
Damn, they're all cool looking.
Yeah, they are. And the entire album is actually, they just signed a record deal with a label, so the album will be coming out in tandem with the game, and you'll get to play the game that shows you how they made the album, and you get to decide how they did it.
Very cool.
It's great.
I'm very excited. This is a really, really interesting take. They've done something very, very new and exciting here. We got a trailer for First Class Trouble, which looked very odd.
Yeah, did you ever play it on PC when everybody was like big on it?
I didn't, no.
It got kind of big last year when everybody was kind of
into the social deduction kind of deception games.
You know, we're tired of Among Us. What else is there?
I played a very, 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 very similar game in gameplay. There's another game on Steam, and if anybody remembers the name of it, I know we played it on a show that I did. That was like timing similar too. It was like set in the same era, but I cannot remember the name of it for the fucking life of me.
This is
it was
fun
like
because it's
solving the murder mystery.
Yeah, this is fun because it's like it has that retro Art Deco. We're solving a mystery on a cruise ship or on the Orient Express, like Agatha Christie vibes, but it's also sci-fi. It's nice. It's nice. I'm glad they're coming to console. I'm glad more people are going to be able to play it. It feels like social deduction, aside from Among Us, is very much cooling down.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how they do. But aesthetically, that's definitely, I mean, look, Among Us is a lot of fun, but, you know.
You're not supposed to be seeing that.
It's literally, but what you can see that it's literally a shed.
Oh, yeah, no.
You can see that we're not kidding. That's a shed.
Well, it's haunted. You're just going to see the shit.
We got Deathverse, which is a multiplayer survival action like reality game show. We got the Isle of Big Snacks, which is our first DLC for Bug Snacks.
Yeah.
Looks very cute. Of course, Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't give Scott Cawson any money. Sorry.
Don't do it.
We've got Death's Door is finally coming to PS5 and PS4. That's very exciting. Death's Door is a lot of fun.
Love Death's Door.
We got King of Fighters 15. Great if you're in the fighting game community. I love King of Fighters. And we've got our first Star Ocean game in years.
Yeah.
Years since we've seen a Star Ocean. And for the 25th anniversary of Star Ocean, we've got a whole new one coming out called Star Ocean: The Divine Force. I mean, who could have seen this coming? I had no idea they were going to make another Star Ocean. Never in a million years would I think so.
He run funny.
It'll be interesting to see what all, like, the youths who have grown up on Xenosaga think about Star Ocean.
I don't love the way that he moves.
No.
It's like, it's extremely repetitive.
Or, sorry,
and that they
Xenoblade, not Xenosaga.
Are you quite all right?
But in it, like, they didn't animate enough. You know what I mean? It's too repetitive.
Yeah.
It's like they animated one step.
It's very much a classic action RPG.
Yeah.
It looks very square.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's just a character from Final Fantasy, obviously.
You got to be sure to, everybody, if you're on the spaceship and you're worried about oxygen and the airlocks, be sure you've unzipped your outfit halfway.
Ah, okay. For all the air to get in.
For the airlocks. It's beautiful.
I am certain your journey into the stars.
It's very beautiful.
Hey, air's not locked, neither are we.
Hey, you can't lock me down.
You know what I mean? And we got a trailer for Deathverse, Let It Die. Another
Yes.
very interesting and odd-looking game. This one is set on a reality show.
That's the one that I just mentioned, but we have footage of it
Yeah.
as well, and it does look interesting. I'm a big. It's
I think the trailer, you have to have the trailer to sell it. It's
Yeah.
so odd.
it's just so wild. You know how you're at certain times, certain ideas just like coalesce in society and culture.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the year of Squid Game and the death reality show and, like, royalty trying to, like, telling you that, like, if you survive, you can have your freedom. Like, it's not surprising to me that we're seeing a lot of media like this right
Yeah.
now.
And I'm into it.
I'm into it, too. It looks really good. It is cartoony and it is exaggerated, but not in the way that a lot of things are right now. It's more in like a in like an old school like 2K BioShock way.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
Which
say
I
that.
like. I like that art style.
Yeah, I think this trailer was really cool and interesting. I think I would play.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Especially, I mean, look, if it's a free to play or it comes to Plus, why wouldn't I?
Ooh. Again, it's gonna be one of those things that's dependent on where your friends are playing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a very, very social game. But it's really cute. I like the performers situation they have set up. The host is disturbing in all the best ways.
Yeah.
It's done correctly. I think it's pretty good.
This is how Peter Parker types.
Survive to Win, you mean Hunger Games? I mean, we did have the generation of the Hunger Games, but this one is more considered in that kind of like
This is
reality show of it.
This is more Running Man, like classic Running Man or Smash TV style, like very dystopian, like we want to see blood, like that kind of thing.
What was it called? This is called Deathverse, Let It Die.
All in all, a very, very good event by Sony. They also released some sales numbers and some plans for the future. And let me tell you, number one, it's looking good. They sold 13 million PS5s.
Considering it seems like nobody can get their hands on a console, once again, these are really impressive numbers.
Yeah, it's on track. It's, nothing's ever going to beat the PS2, I don't think, but
Right.
it's on track to do very, very well. But the other big thing that they were talking about is their new PC division, PlayStation PC.
Now that's very interesting.
This is something that we've been wondering about and something that we kind of saw coming too.
Yeah.
Microsoft's been buying up all of these studios, obviously trying to add them to Game Pass. Sony, Jim Ryan, just a couple weeks ago said, I hate that our games are trapped on one box. I want to sell 100 million units of a title. You know? He's thinking to himself, when The Last of Us 2 comes out, people are going to be interested enough to buy the game, but are they going to be interested enough to buy a $600 PlayStation and then buy the game?
Most of the time, no.
You know?
That's not how you acquire new casual fans.
They want to be the biggest thing. Now, they've tested this before. They, of course, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone. We know that God of War PC is coming. That's huge. That's going to do big numbers. They're trying to bring more of these things to PC. He wants to bring an entire slate of games. That's what Jim Ryan says. And they say that they are going to aggressively acquire and grow over the next year, which means we are in a studio consolidation war.
Yep. Between
these two platforms.
That's going to be, concerning and interesting.
There's going to be a lot of, it's interesting, but it's also, there's going to be a lot of speculative studio purchases, I think, over the next couple of years. If a studio comes out, AA, indie, and makes something pretty interesting.
You're going to be like, oh, who's going to get it?
Because they're both going to make offers.
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting. And it'll also, hey, it's a very good time to be a small to medium studio that wants to sell to a larger company.
Yeah.
It's a very good time to be that right now.
Listen, that's a better racket than NFTs right now.
Most things are.
Most things are. In the long run, we're just saying. Of course, this is just the puzzle pieces falling into place. We know that Sony not just acquired Bluepoint, but also acquired Nix's earlier this year. And Nix's is known for nothing but PC ports. That's what they do. And of course, Bluepoint is known for remakes and remasters. So you can see what Sony's got planned. And it's all very interesting. I think Microsoft surprised them. It was a real long game. Microsoft focused for 2 generations on backwards compatibility when Sony didn't. And we were all like, cool, but where's the new stuff? And then Microsoft was like, haha, suckers. What if we told you everything for one price? And I don't even think Sony saw that coming as aggressively as Microsoft has done it.
In a piece of Sony news that is not PlayStation.
Oh.
I'm going to stay on Sony for a second. Let's talk about sweet little Spider-Man.
Me?
No. It's not how I would describe you.
I'm a sweet little Spider-Man.
Well.
Wink.
He's a Spider-Man. Tom Holland.
Yes.
A sweet, 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 sweet baby boy.
He is a sweet baby boy.
He wants to be Spider-Man forever.
He loves Spider-Man.
He loves Spider-Man, and he loves being Spider-Man, and we love him being Spider-Man.
That's true. I'm doing the kind of funny rewatch of all the Spider-Man movies. And I'll tell you what, Tom Holland's he's got something that the other boys didn't. They all have their strengths, but Tom Holland's killing it. And he almost, if you remember, did not get to continue killing it.
Yeah, he called and begged Sony to let him make another Spider-Man. Said, please.
He said, listen. He called Bob Iger, very famously called Bob Iger drunk. And was like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Find a way to work out this deal. But it turns out there was a lot more that was going on the other side. Tom Holland and Kevin Feige gave an interview recently, I believe in Vanity Fair, where Kevin Feige was like, oh no, I was prepared for the deal to fall apart. We were making plans to not continue with Spider-Man because we genuinely didn't know. He was like, I was terrified. I was terrified. And Tom Holland said the same thing. He's like, I drove to Amy Pascal's house, the head of Sony Pictures. He's like, I drove to Amy Pascal's house and I sat in her yard for hours. And we're like, how do we keep this Spider-Man alive? Is it a portal? Is it a multiverse? Is he part of the Venomverse? How do we make this work if the Marvel thing?
He tried to get into Venom. He said, let me in Venom.
He said, let him kiss.
Oh, okay, then I'll be in Venom.
He said, let them kiss.
Think about how the last Venom performed and then go, whatever, put him in Venom. That's how badly he wants to be Spider-Man.
Make them kiss. On an infinite timeline, they kiss. Kevin Feige did say something interesting in this article, though. He's like, hey, this is the end of this trilogy. We're putting Spider-Man on ice for a little while. He's like, but I do not imagine we will ever have to go through a situation like that again to make another Spider-Man movie. He's like, I think both studios now understand why it's important to play together with this character.
Mm-hmm.
But that also means we're not going to see a lot of Spider-Man in this Sony Spider-Man universe. That means we're going to see a lot of Spider-Man adjacent characters like we thought.
Spider-Gwen, Miles Morales, potentially.
Morbius, the living vampire, 18 films probably. You know?
Yeah, probably.
Blech. I do love Tom Hardy as Venom, though.
They're just going to keep making Venoms.
I'm good with it. Listen.
They say, we don't have a Spider-Man, so we'll just make 8 Venom films.
Tom Hardy, if you're out there, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. You're so weird.
So weird. So weird.
In other big business and billion-dollar news.
Tell me big business, billion-dollar news.
Fucking Facebook Connect. It's the biggest news.
Okay, so.
Fucking Facebook Connect.
Facebook had a huge presentation.
The lizard boy got to do his weird fucking thing that he does.
Please.
It's
not Facebook anymore, Anthony. Facebook, no, that's the thing that you associate with your weird racist aunt. We're not Facebook.
No.
We're Meta.
They announced a lot of things, basically mostly related to corporate restructuring and VR. Oculus is no longer Oculus. Oculus is now Meta. Meta VR.
I hate that so much.
And they are creating Metaverse because these fucking robber barons just want to keep stealing cool terms from sci-fi that they read once and didn't understand the subtext of, and then we can't use them anymore. Anyway, the Metaverse was showed off by Mark Zuckerberg. Was in I guess it was supposed to be his apartment, and he was just like, "Hello, it's me, a human man, just like you. I have decorated my entire apartment in beige, just like you do, because our vision is based on heat and motion." We thought VR is the next big thing, and we thought that because it's already a big thing. And so we decided, since you olds haven't heard of it, we're going to say that we think it's next and that we created it.
And people will believe us. And I thought that in my human brain skull that's covered in skin.
It's covered in skin, mostly. I don't know. Is there skin under the hair? This is something that no human doctor can know, and I know because I'm human. We thought to ourselves, what if you could chat in VR, like a VR chat?
Yeah, what if, and this is virtual reality, to clarify.
Yeah.
I know this is a new concept. Virtual reality, someone's there, but they're not there, right? Okay. What if you could talk in it?
Ooh, it would almost be like a second life.
Mm-hmm.
Like a PlayStation home.
Yes.
Like a rec room that you could all go to in VR. We thought, what if we could do that, but with cops and constantly tracking you?
It's our idea. We made it up.
Who's
going to be in VR now? Not your racist aunt.
My racist aunt isn't getting into VR.
If Facebook tells you to get into VR, your racist aunt might get into VR.
You know, our tone-deaf lizard king was just like, why are we doing this right now? It seems like an interesting... Why are we having Facebook Connect right now? You know, there's been a lot going on. Why are we doing this right now? And it's because we believe that no matter what, we can use our technology to bring humanity together and connect them. Shut up, my dude. You just lied to Congress 2 weeks ago.
What if... Right. Hear me out. I'm getting an idea.
Yeah.
What if virtual reality, but... organizing attacks on the Capitol. What if they could do it and feel like they're all in the same room? What if they could play out those scenarios with their virtual avatars first?
Imagine people who type their Google searches into Facebook, wearing VR goggles and walking into imaginary walls while they plot to overthrow the government.
And imagine having a government weak enough it'll work.
By the way, I keep hot sauce on my shelf because I'm human. I keep hot sauce on my living room shelf because I'm a human man.
I'm a human, like Beyonce.
Yeah. I do want to say one good thing to come out of this. I asked yesterday. I watched this thing and I just had the worst time, as we all did.
Of course, no one was having a good time at that.
And I said to the BBs, hi, please help me transition from nihilist back to absurdist by showing me your edits of this.
Mm-hmm.
Of the meta logo was back there. We've got
naturally.
Facebook is doing that thing, or not Facebook.
Twitter
is doing that thing.
We'll just go to here until you pull up some ones that you particularly like, Anthony.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Don't be fooled by a new name.
Come on.
Nice.
Delos. Soylent Green, our strength lies within our people.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I would like to show this one. I want to say Pills and Advice might be in the chat right now.
Pills and Advice, are you here?
Okay, Pills and Advice, are you with us?
Knock 3 times, Pills and Advice. Crack open the door of the shed if you're with us.
Got doofed.
You got doofed. Got straight doofed.
Very, very good.
Oh, those two are really great. I mean, that's good. That's just a feeling.
Yeah.
That's just a vibe.
Yeah, I feel that.
Bisonopolis.
Yup.
He wants everything to be in bison dollars.
Meta dollars. I enjoyed this one very much. Dude, imagine if he just had a framed photo of that in the background.
I think he probably does. He was like, "This is when the humans loved me for a day.
Uh-huh.
This is when they enjoyed me." I like this one that Kevin Rubio sent over from They Live. Oh, that one just gets straight to the point. I like that one because of the economy of prose of that one. Oof. Spot the difference. You know what I mean? Yike.
You see, my people... I apologize. What?
Yike. We've got, of course, Cyberdyne.
Mm-hmm.
I love that somebody did Cyberdyne. Oh my God, the hot dog guy.
We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
I fucking love it.
Y'all had some good shit here.
Y'all had some good stuff, and it made me feel a little better about all of this going on. Thank you all for doing it.
All very good. There's
all
so
very
many good
good.
ones.
Oh,
Now,
that
this one
one's-
had nothing to do with anything, but I loved it.
Oh, that one's so good.
I just loved it.
Oh, I'm trying to find somebody did a similar one that was great. But I don't know where it is. Maybe oh, that's the best one. That was by that's Charlotte. Mitsula reposted this, but that was originally from Charlotte at Funhouse. We love Charlotte. She's the best. And she did that one, and I cracked up. I retweeted that one for sure. That's the one. You know that he got so much coaching on how to move his hands while he speaks.
Yeah.
Right before he did this, and he was watching the video back, and he's like, "That was pretty good. That is how a human man moves his hands and speaks."
Yeah, they were like, but you need to blink. You gotta move your hands and speak and blink.
That is a lot to remember.
And then they went no the other way. Because he blinks from the sides.
He
The
blinks.
lizard man. They went.
But my eyes do not need re-wetting. They only need re-wetting once every hour, just like a human man. I hate him.
I hate that they can see your shit.
And the thing that I hate is the stock value went up.
Come on, everybody stop. Quit it. That's
spe-
not a funny prank.
It's not a funny joke.
Stop giving money to Facebook.
It's not a funny joke to collapse society just because you want to make a little money over the next month.
Come on.
Speaking of which, Tim Sweeney is sad about paying taxes.
Oh no.
I'm Tim Sweeney, and I don't want to pay taxes. It's gonna stifle me. Tim Sweeney,
Get stifled, you fuck.
get fucking stuffed and stifled and wrecked, is what we say. Tim Sweeney posted a lot about the proposed billionaire tax. He was like, it's gonna end like independent control of companies, says the man who sold his company to Tencent. Because they're going to tax every asset that a billion, these huge liquid assets that billionaires have. He's like, every time a company's value doubles, the government would force founders like me to sell 25% of our stake to pay the government, which is untrue.
That's not correct.
Equity held in companies is not part of the billionaire tax. It was specifically carved out for you crybabies.
Right? When it should be. You should be getting taxed on that.
You cannot be taxed until you sell those assets. This has been a long time loophole of billionaires. Billionaires love doing this. You invest in a company short term, and then you borrow against what you own within a company, and that's like cash. It's like free real estate. They don't pay taxes on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do quite that anymore, but nobody's going to fucking tax you. Plus, billionaires are allowed to put aside $1 billion of their money that is immune to taxation. That is a compromise.
Is fucking insane.
Can you imagine being worried that, like, if somebody taxes you on your $1 billion, you might run a little short of cash?
Everybody, and I mean this to this just absolute center of my core, eat the fucking rich.
Listen, were we on Epic's side during the Apple lawsuit? Yeah, and we said, this is a temporary alliance. We go for whoever's doing the least amount of evil in a situation like this.
And that doesn't mean they're doing the least amount of evil overall. We mean in that one individual situation.
This motherfucker is specifically misrepresenting what is going on to a very specific subsection of people that follow him. These aspirational
wealth.
Yeah, like one day I will be rich just like Tim Sweeney. One day I will be a tech god just like Tim Sweeney. And so if Tim Sweeney says it's bad, these are the people that want, like, I don't know, I feel like they print out and slowly lick Elon Musk's tweets.
Yeah. I
really feel like they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same kind of dude.
It's like, picture the worst part of having to use an envelope every day.
Every day.
Sydney Robertson in the live studio audience said, no, you will not make my $1 billion less $1 billion.
Oh, no. Is the interest on it just going to, like, immediately put back anything that
Our
I pay in
billions!
taxes? Our billions!
It's broken! Victor Necrofunk also said, now I got 32 billions instead of 33 billions.
People who... Do they get that we don't sympathize? Are they starting to get that yet?
Our loopholes!
Our loopholes, please!
It's broken!
They're broken! Get fucked.
Get fucked. Feed the poor and eat the rich.
One more thing about a rich jerk. Here's a rich jerk who's having to eat a little bit of crow.
Ugh.
But
not enough.
Not enough.
Never enough. Bobby Kotick, you schmuck.
Bobby Kotick has agreed to take California's salary minimum wage and no other remuneration, no bonuses, no equity, nothing until, quote unquote, this problem within our company is solved. What does that mean? Remember that it means whatever Bobby Kotick thinks it means. Bobby Kotick just put out this press release saying, I am not going to take any more money except minimum wage until we fix this.
Now,
and then 3 months later, he'll be like, we fixed it. And here's my bonus for fixing it. And my salary is back to normal.
Now, mind you, he never has to make that salary again. Between 2007 and 2021, he received a total of $461 million in compensation from Blizzard and Activision.
J. Jonah Jameson won't even give me $300 for a photo.
He never needs to make that salary again. He made $461 million.
Oh, no! My $500 million!
It's broken! Billionaires.
They did put out 5 commitments. That Activision Blizzard, yeah, it's okay. You can go, like, close the door and stuff. I'm just going to run these down. I'm going to run down these lies. We're launching a new zero-tolerance harassment policy company-wide. I thought you already had that, my guy. when they found a substantiated harassment, they terminated some employees and provided verbal or written warnings or other different disciplinary actions to others. In retrospect, that was wrong. It's now termination for harassment, no matter what. Zero tolerance. Now, they're also saying that they're going to continue to examine and tighten our standards to find harassment. You know, there's a reason. The billionaires just want to come in and talk, Saige.
Please, I have to hold the door to keep all the
billionaires
out.
They want to increase. What does it mean that they're going to like tighten up their investigations and stuff like that? Nothing. If these are internal investigations.
Yeah, I checked it all out. Everything seems fine.
Everything seems cool. This guy that I've been friends with for years seems all right. He seems like he checked out. We looked into it. That's what we call hardwicking. We were going to increase the percentage of women and non-binary people in our workforce by 50%. We're going to invest $250 million to accelerate opportunities for diverse talent.
Here's the problem. I don't want marginalized people working with these people. They would have to burn it to the ground, as we've suggested many times here, and fire everybody. And then give the company to a collective of marginalized people.
A slow growth like that is tough because the culture doesn't change just because you add 0.3%, even 2% of your workforce. It's not magically diverse and everybody's cool and respectful of each other.
Yeah.
The one thing...
I'm not trying to show up and be a woman at Blizzard right now.
The one thing that I do like, this is a real move, and you can tell this is not a move that Bobby acquiesced to. I think this is something the board forced on him. Based on feedback from employees, we are waiving required arbitration of sexual harassment and discrimination claims. Now this, if you're not familiar... If you sign up to be an employee with Activision Blizzard, number one, woe unto you and your family. But number two, if somebody harasses you or discriminates against you, before you can bring up charges, before you can sue, before you can go to court, you are required to go to internal arbitration using an arbiter that is hired by Activision Blizzard.
Blizzard Court.
You have to go to internal Blizzard Court.
You have to go to
Blizz
Court
2022.
Where Bobby Kotick sits up there in a powder white wig with a little gavel. But the little gavel looks like Reinhardt's hammer.
Mm-hmm. It's cute. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. And mind you, this is happening while you're accusing someone of assault. Okay. And then the entire jury is all a bunch of white guys.
Did you do an assault?
That were friends with it. And he goes,
And the guy goes, he says, And so because he says, and I'm not a cop.
Sounds good to me.
I don't know what to do. Gotta go. So the removal of required arbitration is actually the only thing in here that I'm very excited about. They say that they're going to increase visibility on pay equity, and they were going to provide regular progress updates. Now remember, this is not Bobby Kotick having a change of heart. This is not Bobby Kotick listening to the people. This is Bobby Kotick looking at Activision Blizzard shares falling 15 to 18% since this happened.
Sure is.
And the second that money goes back up, he's going to be like, well, looks like the people are happy. Grandma loves a metaverse. People love Overwatch skins. It looks like everything's back to normal with the world. Get wrecked, everybody.
Get fucking wrecked, you absolute schmuck.
In happier news, Saige.
Oh, God. Okay, I had one more bad news. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. It's a short show.
It's a short show. Let's give them some good news.
In happier news, Saige, Pikman Bloom came out yesterday. Have you downloaded Pikman Bloom?
I've downloaded it, but I have not played it yet.
I did a little Pikman Bloom yesterday. And oh my stars, if it did not just brighten my mood. Pikman Bloom is the new Niantic and Nintendo collaboration.
I fucking love Pikmin more than anything.
Oh God, I love Pikmin. And this is very much, it's just like every other Niantic game. It's like Harry Potter or Pokemon or any of those. It's a Pikmin skin and some Pikmin mechanics over Niantic's location-based, step-based gameplay.
Does anybody make like garden gnomes or like lawn flamingos that are Pikmin instead?
Yeah, I'll send you.
So
a
you
link.
can make them like touching your planters.
Yeah, I found
and, like,
I found Pikmin and Koroks. I'll send you a link.
Oh, thank God. Okay. The game looks absolutely adorable. Anthony posted some on his story yesterday of them bringing him a little lime, and I saw that and I said, "Oh,
It's very, very
I would like
cute.
a Pikmin to bring me a little lime."
They find as you walk, you grow flowers with them around your neighborhood. Instead of fighting at gyms or stops, if you grow enough flowers around plants in your neighborhood, they bloom and give you big rewards. And I gotta say, the updated AR, because of the new phones and new cameras and everything, these are my boys. That one in the one in the back is a dummy. His flower hasn't fully grown yet. That's why I said face the camera and he turned backwards. He's an idiot. I love him. You can name all your Pikmin. Every single one. You can favorite them. Your friendship level with them goes up, and they bring you little presents and stuff.
They're like befriending crows.
Yeah. This is where he found me a lime, and he was like, dude, you have got to take this lime. It's dope as hell. Please take the lime.
Did you take that lime, Anthony?
I did take the lime, and it gave me nectar, which I could then feed to the other Pikmin and allow them to grow. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and it made me very happy and forced me to take a walk on a day when I really needed to touch grass yesterday, y'all.
Yeah?
Between Facebook and fucking Bobby Kotick and all of this news.
Between the billionaires.
Between all these billionaires, I had to touch grass, and thank God. And look, is it Niantic and Google and tracking and... Shh. Mm-hmm. Baby, I needed the least evil yesterday, and I got it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I would say the opposite of evil is Pikmin.
The opposite of evil is Pikmin. That's Descartes said that.
I think that
Take a philosophy class and read a book.
I think that is correct. In other games news, the Steam sale is live. There's a big Halloween Steam sale going on. Spooky games in particular are absolutely crushing. I just got so many notifications. I keep a wish list of just like, oh, I should remember to go back and buy that game. And I just got like 18 emails that are like, this is on sale, and this is on sale, and this is on sale. Every game on your wish list is on sale.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Come buy games.
There's a lot going on. I mean, if you haven't played Days Gone yet, DayZ is 40% off. Rainbow Six, don't buy Rainbow Six.
Even Deathloop was on sale.
Hades
which
is
I was
30%
so surprised.
off. Yeah. 7 Days to Die is 70% off. Hollow Knight is half off. Ark is 60. Like Payday 2, like it's big sales, 60, 80%. Yeah, Deathloop 33% off.
I was really surprised for such a new game.
I don't think Deathloop is setting the world on fire as much as they hoped, which is unfortunate because I really enjoyed Deathloop. Grab Deathloop while it's on sale. Please, like, Arcane games are always so unique and creative, and they always undersell. And I'm so worried for Arcane.
And this is a significantly shorter sale than most Steam sales are. This is only October 28th to November 1st. So it started yesterday, and it ends the day after Halloween.
Spooky events for you, Saige. Ooh, hey.
Now,
the King of Halloween event. Well.
okay.
Touch grass. Go get a Pikmin.
That's not...
Go get a Pikmin.
That's not the kind...
No, that's Halloween. When I think Halloween...
Now, this is spooky events specifically for me.
Yeah, specifically for you. Close your eyes and think about Halloween. What are you picturing in your head?
Hot girls in costumes.
Yeah, it's a cat girl in a bra,
God damn
isn't
it.
Yeah. So it's a good Steam sale. Check it out.
Yeah.
Be in love with the Steam sale.
Oh, that's good stuff. The horror game, Human Fall Flat.
Yes.
I will say Human Fall Flat I do love. I love that game very much. Very, very good.
Yeah, go buy some spooky games, make yourself feel
Treat
better.
yourself. You deserve it.
Yourself.
I have a very silly piece of news
Go on.
that the internet was very excited about. We've got some GTA coming.
Mm-hmm.
We know we've got a couple of things coming.
Including GTA San Andreas for your Meta VR headset. Be sure to turn location services on.
We've got a trilogy of old games coming. And also, everyone hopes that maybe one day a GTA 6, right? Not anytime soon. Ooh. So good. All we do know is that Snoop Dogg said that Dr. Dre is making music for an upcoming GTA game.
Love it.
I Of course, Dr. Dre has had music, I think, in a few GTA games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want to say. So of course he is, but that's also just very funny to me. Snoop Dogg and Rolling Stone on their Music Now podcast said, I do know he's in the studio. I do know he's making great fucking music, and some of his music is connected to the GTA game that's coming out. So I think that will be the way that his music will be released, through the GTA video game.
So I wonder if it's Dr. Dre making music for like one of the re-releases for like a commercial or something. But one of the things that I think could be really interesting, one of the problems with these re-releases with these GTA games is their music licenses only last for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But they have so much money. What if they just, like a movie soundtrack, we're like, we're going to hire you
to record a song just for us.
We're going to make an entire album that's just the GTA 6 soundtrack, and then we own that music in perpetuity. It's kind of an interesting way around this. I don't know.
Very, very interesting. And, like, look, Dr. Dre isn't exactly dropping #1 hits like 1999.
Hey, please, show
Like
some respect for the
2001.
inventor of headphones, Dr. Dre. That man invented headphones, Saige.
He did.
Come on. He doesn't have time to be in the lab. He's in the lab.
I say this as a Dr. Dre fan.
Yeah, I mean, look, he became a businessman, and he was like, I'm not in a gang anymore.
Right.
I've made a lot of money.
I don't have to do that
I can
anymore.
hang out, do whatever I want. I got
Anyway.
that Tim Sweeney money.
That'll be really interesting. We'll see what happens. If they do make an album for it, I do bet it'll slap.
Oh, sure.
If they make an album specifically for any of these, it's going to absolutely slap.
But will it be better than the Pokemon album featuring Katy Perry and Post Malone?
That's tough competition, Anthony. That's tough competition.
Tough competition.
We've got one last thing.
Yeah.
We've got one last thing. I keep forgetting this is a thing, Anthony.
But there is a map to a treasure on the back of the Declaration of Independence. Listen to me.
It'll lead you to Disney Plus.
Where they are rebooting National Treasure as a series.
Yes. We got some casting announcements.
Did we then?
Lizette Alexis. I had a hard time with speaking there.
That's our treasure hunter.
That's our treasure hunter.
It is not Benjamin Gates. Though I'm sure Nicolas Cage will make an appearance in the series. He's still doing money. He's still doing those IRS movies.
Nicolas Cage will do anything.
Nicolas Cage bought a castle, and he's been paying off the IRS for like 20 years. This is a real story.
Yeah.
He has to make a certain number of movies a year, or the IRS takes his castle, and I am not kidding. So I'm sure he'll show up.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed he'll show up. Willy's Wonderland.
He said, I don't have time to wait for Scott Cawthon to get past his bullshit and approve a Five Nights at Freddy's script. I'll make the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Fuck it. We'll just do it. It's fine. A lot of chat's reaction has been like, who asked for this? What's going on? Why do we need this? And fair. I hope
Great
it's
question.
good.
Great question. I like a swashbuckling, treasure hunting, heisty, old school Republic serial thing. Like, I like stuff like that. And I don't think we get, like, that's one of the things that I liked about, like, National Treasure's silly and it was goofy, but we don't get a lot of, like, just straight up adventure movies anymore. And that's why I liked National Treasure.
I agree with that. Also, the project is executive produced by the film's producer, director, and writers. They are not producing, directing, and writing. They are all executive producing. So they're just like,
They're getting paid.
they're getting their money.
They're getting paid, and somebody has to call them and ask them if things are okay. As, just as a courtesy is what that means.
We have a little information here. The series, whose pilot is written by the Wibberleys, it's a very fun name
They
to
wobberly,
say,
but they don't fall down.
will be directed by Mira Nair. It centers on Jess, Alexis's character, a Latina whose brilliant and resourceful mind loves a good mystery, and she has a natural talent for solving puzzles. Over the course of the show, Jess will uncover her own buried history, as well as the truth about her parents and her connection to a long-lost Treasure.
I love it.
There's treasure, everybody.
Give me some cool, fun, just Indiana Jones fucking adventures type stuff. Like, I know we've got an Indiana Jones coming whenever they can figure that out, but like,
I'm not nervous about this because, like, look, National Treasure's a fun movie.
that's the thing. I'm not heavily invested.
Right, like Indy, I'm like,
Please, Indy.
please be
Indy,
careful
please,
with my Indy.
Please, Indy, please.
Please be careful with my boy.
But with National Treasure, it's like, cool. She's looking for a treasure.
I love that for her.
I know the name National Treasure.
Yeah.
That's a brand I know.
I'd check it out.
I'll
and
watch
I like
a show.
adventure.
Do you know the last show that was kind of like that? Did you ever watch The Librarians?
I didn't.
The Librarians is
I heard
pretty
good
fun.
things.
It's about super smart people and
Nice.
like part of an agency of just super smart people that look for treasures and shit. And I'm just like, fuck yeah, just give me that good stuff. I just want clever people traveling the world finding magic.
Solving puzzles and
Solving
finding magic.
puzzles.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And that is where we will leave you to go be clever people off in the world. Solving puzzles and finding magic. Goodbye.
Goodbye, BBs.
Everybody, we love you so much. Thank you for showing up and supporting the show today. Of course, we do the show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We typically go until 9:30, but we are cutting it a little bit short today so I can get to work. Thank you to everybody who directly supported us during the show. Let's go through and do a quick honor roll of the BBs.
Yep. Your ASO Sour, Sugar Elements, thank you both for the follows. Ronan Monkey, 5370, wow, that's a huge donation, thank you. From One Last Sugar Breakfast for Halloween. Bo XC127, our producer, Tiamat, the Great Red Dragon. Bo XC127 is followed. Improvabot has resubbed. Phantom 1410, Cheesemaster 10165, Lou from the Sky, thank Unjarted, JD35, SSC 0, Carter Psych, Granny 96, Fugitive Sidekick with the resub for 4 months. Night Kill with the follow, Groovy Deadite with the host, Scott Davis with 100 bits. Good morning, the costumes look amazing. Thank you, Scott. Epi the Strikes Back, Epi Strikes Back, thank you for the follow. And the Irish Mountain, thank you for the follow. Of course, you might already follow us. You might already subscribe. You might have already donated. You might not have.
You might be Spinnerats who just subscribed with their Prime sub.
Woo! But there are other ways that you can help support the show. If you share a clip, share a link, retweet when we go live, check out the VODs on YouTube, and join the Discord. Become part of an excellent community of BBs. That's free real estate.
It totally is.
Hey, Saige, you said that you're running off somewhere today. Where are you going to be today?
I'm going to Smosh. You can find me over in the Smosh Game stream at 4 p.m. Pacific today for our Just Dance Halloween celebration. You can always find me on the internet at NotSage. You can find me on Smosh Games all the time. You can find me here on this channel mostly.
And she's a cute little gadget. It's so good.
I need a giant screwdriver. Whoa, whole thing shook.
It's so good.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anthony. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Carboni, except for here on Twitch, where I'm at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me. Today at 2 p.m., you can find me on Trisha Hirschberger's channel. We are going to be doing the Dragon Rider Happy Hour. You can also find me on Kinda Funny this week for Spider-Man Rewatch. This week was Spider-Man 2. It is very funny. I hope you enjoy it. And of course, this weekend, on and off, I will be streaming some spooky games. It occurs to me that I've never played the original couple Resident Evil games through to completion. So I'm gonna play some Resident Evil this weekend. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful spooky weekend.
That's getting her bangs correct. I didn't do it for the show because I have to go to work after.
That's okay. You look great.
But she has her little pointed bangs.
She has little pointy bangs. Have a wonderful spooky weekend. Be safe. Have fun.
We love you, BBs.
We love you, BBs.
Bye-bye.